stop it till the cash came. My conscience telling me, nigga, you oughta chill. But I'm caught in the allure and loving the way it feels.
Alright, Big Gov. Man.
What's going on?
Shoot. Yeah, this here. I've been waiting on this here. Here, I want the exclusive.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Thanks for having me too.
When all this happened for Big Gov, is it when you know that hip hop, the industry, this is what you wanted to do?
It's funny you ask, because like everybody, you know, that I actually do interviews with, they start off with that question. And consistently, it's always the same answer. But back when my cousin, I got an older cousin by the name of Jermaine, and him and two other dudes, they had a rap group back in like, I want to say 86, 87. And no, it was actually 85, 86. And they always used to pump me up like, you know, I'm gonna take you to the studio, I'm gonna let you record with us. Cause you know they had a little buzz around the city. They was performing at places like the Brotherhood Club.
Okay.
They what's RJ did the new dance show. They let him perform on there and everything. So you know, I used to sit back and watch them get their clothes made. They used to get outfits tailored.
Okay, they was doing that.
Yeah, they was doing their thing. And you know, they always used to say, yeah, we gonna put you in the studio. We gonna let you record with us. And that was my influence right there to actually do rap music, you know what I'm saying? But once I got hip to the game, like they ain't never gonna let me record with them. So the first record I actually did, I was 5 years old. My father put me in the studio. And he let me rap on top of a live drummer playing the drums. And I dissed my cousin. Diss record. Like, you know, just talking about how mad I was at him for lying to me, telling me they're gonna get me in the studio. I called him a bunch of sucker MCs. But it was crazy.
That should have been fun, man.
Yeah, 5 years old though.
Yeah. So I was all off beating everything.
No, I was on. I had rhythm. See, you gotta understand, my family is, you know, musically inclined.
Okay.
My daddy was he sung with the Five Special, group called the Five Special.
All right.
That was managed by Ron Banks.
This Motown, baby.
Yeah.
Hey.
Then they also had a deal with Electra.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying, back then. So music is always,
it's a part of you, it's inbreeded in you.
Yeah.
So it's birth.
Yeah. So you know, I ain't had no choice but to have rhythm.
Yeah.
I'd have been like the outcast if I ain't had no rhythm.
I know. When was that first moment where Big Gov said, you know what, I want to go in the studio and record my first record?
Well, after I recorded that first record, you know, I guess back then I didn't feel like it was a complete record because it was just drums. And I was like real instrumental. I love like keyboard, with pianos and guitars and stuff.
Yeah.
And I always used to bug my daddy, like, Daddy, I want some guitars and stuff like that on my stuff, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, him having his career and him being busy and then him and my mom not really feeling each other, getting along, and him having a drug problem, and it was just a lot going on. So it never, you know, happened to where he pulled me back in the studio. So I ended up, you know, just doing little talent shows and stuff.
Oh, okay. So you took, how old was you? You took the initiative?
Like 7, I was 7 years old when I did my first.
You was rolling. You were rolling from young.
Yeah. So the first talent show I did was it was the Detroit version of the Apollo with Brenda Wilson, Jackie Wilson's daughter.
Okay.
And we did it at the Latin. Back then it was the Latin Quarters before they changed it to the Grand Quarter. And after that, I got so much love. I won second place, so of course I was devastated about that because I thought I should have won first place. After that, I just said, you know what? I just want to be a rapper. That's all I want to do. I didn't want to do nothing. Well, I did want to be like Michael Jordan at one point.
Of course, who wouldn't?
You know,
who wouldn't?
But, you know, everybody got hoop dreams, but I really wanted to do music, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's, at 7 years old, I told my mom, I said, I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? She did everything she could to get me on shows.
So mom played a part of this, your history.
See, she used to work at Barton Cable too, so it was,
you know
what I'm saying? So at that time it was like, whatever, it was Comcast or Xfinity today, but Barton Cable, when Don Barton owned it, and she used to work there, and she had a lot of plugs with people there, like, you know, Billy T, everybody that was...
Yeah, because they had the programming, so
everybody that was there, Tune Up, and basically it just went from there. You know what I'm saying?
My shoes just to see the type of shit Gov go through. Try to live better, jealous motherfuckers wanna throw slugs at you. What you know about watching mama dying and there's nothing you can do to help? Did the doctors really try to save her? It's the question that I ask myself. Man, I'm going through.
So coming up into it at that time as you going through this movement of your career, progress in your career, who you looked up to back then musically?
I had a lot of influences. Mainly Detroit Most Wanted. I used to love Detroit Most Wanted because I was around them.
Okay.
You know, then you got the Rakims, you got the Cool G Raps, you got the LLs, the Fat Boys, the Run DMC. I was into it. Like I was really into it, but it happened at one point. When I hit 8 years old, 1988, I got hooked on Boogie Down Production.
Oh yeah,
I was
that
a
was
fiend.
fun.
Like,
ooh yeah.
every BDP album.
That was the shit. They was Humpty Hump.
Humpty Hump. So, you know, the whole KRS
Tupac came from all of that. Yeah.
Well, you know the cool. Let me see, KRS-One.
Oh, I love him. I think he's one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
That his metaphors.
Yeah.
God. When did you do your first? Because everybody done it. When did you did your recording in the basement and somebody climbed, you know them fake studios, so a man about to go in the studio. Everybody, as an artist, they come up with that. I recorded my first record, be in that basement, in that closet.
I'm gonna tell you the funny thing.
The mic.
I'm gonna tell you the funny thing. The first time I recorded was in one of them. It was in Sound Suite. Yeah.
So you surpassed all that, and you actually went to a real studio.
Here go the thing though.
What?
When I recorded at my first basement studio, I felt more comfortable.
Nah. Okay.
So, me personally, even to this day, I'm against big studios. I don't even like going to.
Yeah, you want, because I think your style of music is more viable. You gotta be in your own surroundings. You gotta feel what you're doing, because you gotta put your emotions in it.
And to me, I feel like when I'm in the studio, $200,000-$300,000 studio is just too corporate for me. It's just too. I feel like I'm handling business. I'm not having fun with the music. I'm not being able to get into the music like I want to, because I'm on the clock for one. And then for two, everything's just too neat. I need some trash over here. I need a bunch of niggas rolling blunts over there. You know what I mean? That's just the environment that I'm comfortable in. Like, though I don't smoke weed, I don't do. I don't drink often, but like, it's just the whole, I'm the type of dude, I'm the type of dude that'll love to have 50, 60 people in the studio when I'm working on the record.
Because it's gonna bring out your energy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, everybody look at me strange, like, dude, you got the opportunity to be sitting in this big studio over here and this, that. I'm like, man, that's cool, but
you
know what I'm saying?
Whatever works. Hey, whatever works. When you learn how to do 8 bars, 4 bars, 12 bars, 16, when you figured out the mastermind?
When they told when
first 12 bars, 8 bars.
Let me see. I think it was when I signed my first situation with an independent label from here back in, like, I want to say, was it 1992, and it was a bunch of other artists that he had signed. So he had me jump on songs with them, and for the life of me, I never knew how to stop. Like, I would just keep rapping and keep rapping and keep rapping. And he like, no, dude, you want to put some structure to that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause I would take, what's your method? How you learn and realize the 8 bars, 12 bars? When it took you
the producer that was on that label at the time, rest in peace, Reggie Reg. He basically showed me how to count.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He showed me how to count. But before him, I was getting molded by B-Def.
Okay.
B-Def was like my man. He was like he was the puppet master at the time for me. Yeah. Because when he met me, we met through a guy named Glenn Cannon, and you ain't familiar with Glenn. He had the girl group, the Honeys, back in the day.
Oh, Honeys. Yeah. Detroit boy. They
come
up with their names,
and he was, on top of them, but him and B-Def had a good relationship, so B-Def was like my coach.
Okay.
And once he showed me a few things, and then I ended up, like I said, signing that independent situation, I really, really learned how to structure songs and structure my bars and when to come in and when to come out, when to stop.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then it just became second nature.
I'm focused on the cash. How I'ma feed my staff. I'll entertain you later when I'm starting in the jack. But for now, I'm hustling, working, grinding, stacking. Nigga, get off your ass. Let's talk more action.
When was your first mixtape?
Ooh, my first mixtape was I want to say in 2004. 2004 was the first mixtape.
Yeah.
Did a mixtape called The Best of Big Gov.
Yeah.
Free at Last, yeah.
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 So the Free at Last, is that a title that because you was with some label prior? Yeah.
It's crazy, yeah. I mean, that's exactly what it was. You know, I felt like at that time, you know, the guys that I was dealing with, you know, we wasn't seeing eye to eye business-wise on a lot of things, and you know, we just was having a lot of creative differences, and I felt that.
Yeah, it happens. You know, that's you gotta get that part, because in the midst of this, with the education side, educate, because we all go through our ups and downs. The music industry ain't no easy ride.
Right, exactly.
It is a gangster ass ride. You don't understand? It's a gangster ride.
This whole business is just, you know, it's potholes all the way.
Yeah, all the way. You slip, fall, climb out. Gotta get a rope on to pull you back up. It's,
exactly.
Man, it's a roller coaster ride. So that was your first mixtape.
First mixtape.
How many songs you did?
On there, I think it was like 26.
Yeah. Oh, so you spoke on a lot of shit then. Like
Yeah, I mean, I actually
free at last. You had to free your mind.
Yeah, it should have been an album.
Yeah.
Because I didn't do I think I probably did like maybe 2 or 3 freestyles on top of like industry instrumentals. But for the most part, it was all original music.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so you kept your history original.
Yeah.
So you did that. What type of songs you did? You did.
I mean, I mixed it up. I talked a little bit about life. I talked more about, you know, 'cause at that time I was having fun. My money was straight. So
Yeah.
I was having fun then. So I was talking, you know, I mean, all my music be based on my life. It's never a song that you're going to hear.
That's fake.
That you're going to be able to look and dig up on the internet like, he wasn't really doing that. Everything gonna check out.
You're gonna peek back his history.
Yeah.
You're gonna peek back his history.
Yeah.
So that was your first. Then down the line, because as you go, you get better with your craft.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna go to history to where you at today.
Yeah.
So your second one, what?
The second one was it's funny because I became a Boondocks fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little cartoon on Comedy Central or whatever. I became a fan of that. And they had a character on there called Thugnificent, and it was only fitting that I used
Thugnificent.
Change it from Thugnificent to Govnificent.
That's sweet.
Yeah,
now
so
see this. Now you might have to give me the collection of this shit. You know, the shit that I haven't even tapped into.
Yeah. So
what's
you know
up
what?
with that?
It's you know that mixtape I felt like was one of the dopest. I felt like that mixtape was one of the dopest ones that I did because I put like a lot of work in it, and it didn't have any industry, nothing. It was just all original music.
Okay.
Original beats and all. So.
Yeah. So who have you worked with in the midst of building your craft? So you get better. You get better at what you're doing, and I know your music getting tighter and tighter. So with your history going, I know professional creativity came in there with working with people.
Oh yeah. Royce the 5'9". AZ, few people. I mean, they can't all come to my head at the time, but I know I did some work with D12 at one point. The list goes on. I have to really look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a nice little.
You peeped up some stuff. You so in the midst of that, you good at writing. So you consider yourself as a writer?
Yeah. See, what people don't know, I produce as well. A lot of people don't know I produce. Like, if you know me, you know, I do tracks as well. So, you know, I've done a lot of tracks for a lot of different artists in the industry and on the independent level too. So, you know, I'm pretty much well-rounded when it comes to the creative aspect.
So you also produce with the late Proof.
Yeah.
One D12.
Yeah.
How was that experience? Because I hear so much about, because I wasn't around with his death, but it's just his historical background and the respect that he has.
Yeah, no, Proof.
You know,
was a hell of a guy. Like, a good
and to
dude.
say the way it happened to him is, you know,
Proof was a good dude. I mean, if he liked you, he liked you. If he didn't, he'll let you know.
Yeah, it is what
you know what I'm saying? And
that's real. That's
yeah.
keeping it
And that's just, he didn't candy coat nothing. It didn't take him to get drunk. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people like to blame his antics on alcohol. No, when Proof was sober and he ain't like you. Nigga, I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was.
Yeah.
But working with him, you know, it was pretty inspiring for me because, see, at that point in time, he had started getting his industry experiences. So he knew how to do certain things in the studio that I was still learning. You know what I'm saying? So once we collaborated and did the things that we were doing, it was just like, damn, I done learned how to do this. Okay, I see what to do. So then I took what I learned from him, put my own formula to it, and you know what I'm saying?
It is what it is. I wanted to ask is your history in it and the path of your musical style. I know you know. I never knew of it, but he's well respected too. Jay Dilla.
Jay Dilla was, you know what? Me and Jay Dilla, the first time we met was at a strip club.
Yeah.
I met him at Chocolate City on the east side, and you know, everybody used to tell me about him because everybody used to call him.
Yeah, because he have Jay Dilla Day is national.
Yeah.
People celebrate all the world, and I just never studied his history, and I know you know of it.
Yeah.
So he did a lot. Huh?
He definitely did a lot. Yeah. I mean, he, in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure I have a few people who agree with me, some people wouldn't, but I think he is the creator of the neo soul sound. To me,
well,
this is my opinion.
You got this Motown City, baby.
Yeah,
the greats that came through here. The greats.
The whole OK Player movement and all that. Jay Dilla was the head to the body for all that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's just unfortunate that we had to lose somebody that's so significant to Detroit hip hop, to hip hop in general. Because if you go to Cali, they love him. He a god in Cali. If you go to New York, they
Miami, they got a Jay Dilla in Miami.
Yeah, they had to. Yeah, so you know, Dilla was a very instrumental key piece to Detroit hip hop history.
So he played a part of your craft.
Oh man, like I got a sound kit from him because you know, like I said, I make beats and he gave me a sound kit. Like, take it, bro. Go ahead, do this thing. And to this day, I still use the drums that he gave me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's crazy because a lot of people, you know, you hear people say they got these relationships with Dilla and this, that, and the third, and you know, I'm not gonna sit here and make it seem like I was around Dilla every day.
I know his history and your history. You had to play a part.
Yeah, but when we did link up, we linked up and we made the best out of that time. We didn't waste time. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Proof. We didn't waste no time.
Yeah.
So I'm just fortunate to be able to have that history up under my belt. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. You also worked with Styles P at the Locks.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That actually came through the big homie Floss. Floss a lot. What happened with that was Floss was working on a project with his artists at the time, Young Product, T Diesel, and a few other artists that he had at the time, and he, you know, blessed me with the opportunity to present some tracks. You know what I'm saying, for the project.
Now see, I didn't even know that side.
Yeah,
now you're the producer, so you produce too.
Yep. So you know, I presented some tracks to Floss, and Floss picked the tracks, and next thing you know, I get a phone call and Styles P here. He recording on top of one of the tracks you gave me. I said, what? Get over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me do my move, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that was, shout out to Floss, thank him for that, because, you know, that was, you know, something that he put together.
Yeah, that'll work. You worked with Mr. Cheeks. I loved him.
Me and Mr. Cheeks, we put a lot of work in. You know what I'm saying?
He's one of my favorites.
Yeah, we put a lot of work in together. You know what I'm saying? I actually put one of the records that me and him did on the mixtape, the first mixtape.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, me and him got some history. We did shows in your hometown in New Orleans.
Yeah. He was known real big out there. That's what I'm saying.
We was on Bourbon Street.
Oh Lord, you know about it. You know about the Lord.
Yeah, we went to what's the other city? Baton Rouge. We did a shows
that's
out there
the
together,
capital
too.
of New Orleans. Yep, the state. So you put your work in.
Yeah.
Loyalty's a rarity, so I keep these $1,000 frames on for clarity. Seeing through the fakes, you can't slither through my grass, cause I keep it cut low for the snakes.
So, with this history, what is your musical style? What you feel Big Gov delivers to the hip hop industry?
See, I think I really don't have like one. I'm not one dimensional. You know what I'm saying? Like I what I bring to the table is versatility. I do whatever. Like they call me a chameleon in Cali. Because, you know, I can come out there and jump on any one of the California style records. I'm talking about the OG music.
Okay.
Not the new, you know, the new Cali music is dope and I can do that too, which really don't take much effort. But to rhyme on top of a Dr. Dre or a Battle Cat or a DJ Quick type of track, like what they're known for, their signature sound, it take a little skill. You can't just jump on there and be rapping about anything. So when they saw that, I come from Detroit, and I came out there and I was able to adapt with no problem. I'm like, well, what y'all gotta understand is y'all sound is originally our sound. You see what I'm saying? Like y'all like Parliament Funkadelic, y'all use a lot of samples from Zapp and Roger, but that's all Midwest. So we've been on that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go back earlier, like I had a conversation with one of the homies out there, one of the producers out there, well known. I told him, I was like, dog, you got Prince Vince from Detroit. He rapped on top of More Bounce to the Ounce, and he did a rap called Gangsta. He did a song called Gangsta Funk on top of a lot of different samples and what MC Breed, No Future in Your Front, like the whole West Coast sound. What they consider the West Coast sound was already something we was doing up here. You know what I'm saying? George Clinton's from Detroit.
Sure is.
So I mean, you know what I mean?
Hey, I know Motown. They brought the greats out, man. They brought the true greats of R&B music itself, the soul, neo soul music. I know it's strictly here from Detroit, so I know the history on it.